Hey guys, so today is basically end of day report. And so the day was pretty good actually. So I had some things that I needed to do that were different. So I went off plan a little bit because I needed to set some things up with my funnel and set some things up with my Calendly because I decided I actually want to start talking to people again. Just using my and be able to acquire clients that way to make sure that they're a good fit for the prolific career engine. So I decided that I'm going to be speaking to people that way. Also, by the way, this is how to change your life. This is day 6. So today was about self-expression, but they had a video earlier for that, so you can check that out earlier. I'll put a link up here. But basically, it's how to change your life, 35 days, building a business out of scratch, launching a book, doing a bunch of ideas, 35 days, and really going into the first week of why and establishing our reasonings for it and perfecting our workflows. So today was really, really good because I felt really confident about the workflow. And what's so cool about it is that I really sucked at it. I really did a really poor job. It was very not great organized. I made 2 videos out of it. I was able to get those 2 videos done in about 2.5 hours. I was talking to people and messaging them. So the workflow took about 3 to 4 hours, and I'm trying to get it to 2.5. And the reason is because I don't have the timing right. I really, really sucked at it. It took me about 4 hours. I was able to get the 2 videos out. I was able to get everything done, and it felt very smooth, right? In spite of the fact that I was so terrible at it. So that was a really good feeling because it was like, oh, like I suck at this and I'm still doing a good job. Now, I wasn't get everything able to do a workflow done. Now, when I say workflow, what do you guys mean when I say that? Basically, I schedule out my day in blocks, right? And in order to do so much, right, I have to know exactly what I'm doing for which aspect of my business, right? Because I'm building a lot of things. There's the YouTube channel, there's the podcast, there's, the car rental business, there's the pre-saling of the book, there's the, making the courses, all this stuff. So what I have are these basically designated workflows or these schedules that I do that help me understand, okay, so right now I need to focus on pushing this KPI, which is like maybe selling the course or building awareness of it. So I'll create a workflow or a schedule that will help me create this output, which is videos, which hopefully the idea is as I create more videos and content, I'll be able to reach more people and help them and create more useful content, as well as create posts and things like that that will create outreach. And then through that, I can connect with more people, right? So I do that workflow to basically create videos and stuff like that, but also on the outreach side, right? So I have that one workflow and I'm working on perfecting that workflow. Then once I have that optimized, I'll work on the next workflow, which is for my book launch. Then the workflow after that is for making my AI videos and my storytelling videos, which will be after that. Then after that, I'll have my promotional videos for the Adamson family, which will be after that. And then, you just have a workflow for every aspect of the business. And the idea is that as you work on these workflows, you can predictably create results. Because when you do these workflows, you can create what's called a standard operating procedure. And then you'll use that standard operating procedure, which is basically a manual or basically like, here are all the steps to do this work to create this result. And then when I create that result, that means if I need to optimize it and give it to an AI, I can teach an AI to do that, or I can teach a virtual assistant how to do that workflow. And then because I've done the workflow myself, I can then teach an assistant how to do that. And then the assistant can take that off, and then I know the workflow's done, and then I've built a business. This is actually how you organize a business. We'll be talking about this in the Prolific channel more. This is just obviously my personal vlog, so I'm not going to be getting into it, but it's crazy. A lot of people don't know this is how you build a business. This is how you go and you create an actual business that you can step away from and, that'll optimize itself around you. And so this is how I'm able to build and do all this stuff so rapidly. So right now it's the first week. I have 35 days, so I have 4 more weeks left to go of doing this. So let's see what I can do, because I have 5 weeks to do this. And if I, in 5 weeks, am able to build, 2 or 3 or hopefully 5 fully functioning businesses that create a full-time income and show people how to do that, then I mean, it's mental mastery, right, guys? So anyway, so this is how that fundamentally works, right? Is so what you do is you create workflows. So here, if you guys see here, that's my first workflow for my course business, right? And then here are the YouTube growth principles because I'm working on growing my YouTube channel. And here's a little, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but that's basically how my business works. I've tried to describe it 1,000 different ways on that stuff, but all those are the different workflows that I do, and I create a standard operating procedure behind all of that. And then behind each of those standing operating procedures, I create positions and responsibilities within my business structure. So the idea is that ideally, if I wanted to hire out, I could, because I know what responsibilities are going underneath each workflow. But the idea is if I understand the workflows myself and I can do them, then obviously I can do them myself. And the idea is figuring out how to optimize that. And a lot of these workflows, if you know how to do it, they really can be done super fast. And I suck. I'm trash at all of them. So I really think in about 5-6 weeks, I'll be able to optimize each of these workflows to probably be about an hour, if I'm being honest. And so my idea is that if I really figure out the foundation for all of these workflows, I can probably go through all 6 of my workflows in a full work day, which is about 5-6 hours of work, and that will run the entire business. And then the idea is if I can teach one person how to work through each of those workflows and optimize even parts of it, or figure out how to automate other parts of those workflows using like Zapier and other automated sequences, we're in the money, right? And that's how it works. That's how these businesses go on autopilot and get so huge. It's that basic structure, right? And I'm doing it. I'm showing you guys how I'm doing it right now. So hopefully y'all are paying attention. Hopefully some people are actually watching and paying attention to what I'm doing, because this is how you actually go through and build a business, right? So you guys can see that work. So the thing that I was working on my workflow today is that I need to figure out how to create shorts, because I was working through workflow 1. I did it for about 3.5 hours. I was talking to a bunch of people and I got stuck. My issues there, so there are 2 friction points with these workflows I've already identified. First off, I don't have enough people talking to me. I don't have enough people talking to me because I don't have enough traffic. So right now, my first 2 or 3 weeks, my focus is getting people talking to me. Because when I get people talking to me, that means instead of spending 2 or 3 hours like looking to people or spending all this time micro-focusing on one conversation, I can talk with more people. And then the second part of that is then obviously the second part of that, the big issue then was also being able to make shorts, because I wasn't able to put anything on TikTok, and the Instagram content I made was just thumbnail posts for my YouTube channel, and that's not going to be as effective as I want it to, because once again, I have to drum up traffic on each of these channels, right? And so it's really coming up with a strategy of how do I build traffic on each of these platforms. Right now, my focus is just getting getting sales and filling up that first 20 clients. When that first 20 clients is done, then the idea is figuring out which is the platform that's going to be most conducive to drawing people into the course and giving people that help, then obviously optimizing a strategy for that platform. But right now I don't really know what that platform is. That's why I'm getting data. It's the first week. In about 2 weeks from now, I think I'll have a pretty clear idea of who needs my attention and where and how to optimize that. And so it's just about plugging away, right? And once again, so I'm making YouTube videos, that's the foundation, right? And then from those YouTube videos, I create Facebook posts, and then I create Instagram posts. So I need to figure out how to make shorts so I can put those shorts on Instagram and put those shorts on TikTok. That way I can reach into those audience and obviously put the shorts on YouTube as well. So that's the part of my workflow that I suck at, and that's stuck. So I need to research how to, because I already know how to make the videos. So I need to figure out how I structure the videos in such a way first that they're concise, but then create shorts that basically distill what it is I'm doing in the main video, but in a concise 1 to 2 minute package that I can put on TikTok, because then I'll be able to reach those people there on TikTok. So that's what I'll be researching tomorrow for my Kaizen, and just, in general research to figure out how to do that. And then I'll be putting that into my workflow, number one, for my YouTube shorts or whatever, for my YouTube videos. And then the idea is figure out how to optimize that so that I can go from making a YouTube video to making a short to posting that on YouTube to posting that on TikTok to posting that on YouTube, right? You know what I mean? The shorts on YouTube. So that's the idea, is you just need to think in this trickle down idea when you're thinking about your workflows. And workflow is really, really important if you want to understand how to build a business, because when you understand the flow of work, that will then allow you to designate responsibilities to people outside of that, and that's how you expand your business. If you don't understand your workflow, it's very difficult to expand your business. This is why a lot of business owners really struggle to grow, because they haven't broken down their workflow in an effective enough way that they can teach it to somebody else. And if you can't teach your workflow to somebody else, you don't have a business, you just have a job, right? You've just made a job for yourself. And that's what most people who are claiming to be business owners have done, is they just made a job for themselves because they don't understand their KPIs, their key progress indicators, well enough. So if you want to get more of this sort of business insight of how I'm building these businesses, keep coming to these updates or the end of day reports that I do for this challenge, and I'll talk to you about everything I've done. If you want to see the results of it, you can go check out the Beyond the Stars stories, as well as the Prolific website that's down in the link below. If you guys are interested in learning and doing this full time with me and being like, hey, I want to learn your business strategies and do this, join the Prolific Lightspeed Career Engine. That's what we're doing here. We're going to learn and teach people how to optimize their workflows. And then the idea is, if you're just an author and you're like, man, I don't want to do all that work, join the Lightspeed engine and I'll do it for you. That's the whole point, right? So if you're like, well, I don't want to do all that work, I just want to be able to write books, join the Lightspeed engine and I'll do it for you, and I'll show you how I do it. And then if you don't want to do it, I'll do it. You can plug into that and then you'll be a beneficiary of that. And we can create a contract where you get the benefits of all that advertising, all that work optimization, all that business practice, but then I take care of it. It's kind of like a publishing company, but I'm not doing it just for authors, right? But this is where you actually get marketing, actually get social media reach, actually get posting and people helping you done without needing to do that work. Or you can come join the engine and learn to do it yourself. And that's the benefit, right? So you can learn to do it yourself. And that's one of the cool things about it. So anyway, if you want to learn and see what some of those workflows look like, go check out Prolific. I'm doing it. I showed you guys part of making the thumbnail and part of creating the social media posts, right? I literally was doing it and I did it right for you guys. And that's the idea, is that I'll be going through each of my workflows and showing them on Prolific website so you guys can see in real time how I do it. It's going to be uncut, unfiltered, so you just see raw how this guy goes from 0 to basically being able to create and do this thing, and you'll be able to see me do it in real time so that it makes sense, whether you're building an email list, whether you're doing whatever you need, whatever hard business thing that's so difficult for you. Just go check it out on Prolific and I'll show you guys in real time how to get it done. And my goal is to keep the videos under 20 minutes, right? 7 to 12 minutes usually for the Onyeabor Raising Project, but we're getting a little longer. So less than 20 minutes, that's what we'll shoot for. Anyway, I've gone well over. So this is the end of day report. I'm super excited, made a lot of progress today. It was tough because I had to really kind of conquer myself a little bit. It's been hard because there's a part of me that's like, really being way more authentic. That's very strange for me, because I made also an intense post about just how I'm not sure if I want to work with authors anymore. You can check that out here. I'll put a link up there. We can talk about it. Should I work with authors? I don't know. You guys let me know. Stay happy, stay healthy, and comment down below. Stay calm. It's just a game. Peace.